Welcome to Film for Thought, our little side experiment in randomness.
Absolutely.
Yes. My name is Paul, in case you weren't aware.
And I'm Brian here.
Yes, sitting right next to me there. Now, this time we had the idea of going with two characters that you would trade places with from any film. We tried to...
And now to clarify that, one film, one character per film.
Yes.
Yes, not two characters in a film.
No, yes.
Yes, okay.
And so you would effectively trade lives with this person. Everything that has and will happen to that character will happen to you. And we tried to steer clear of like your superhero films. So obviously, like neither of us picked Iron Man or the Hulk or any of these.
Or even with that thinking in mind, that you are that character. So think like, okay, I'm a larger person. I could never jump on top of a building. Well, that character does say you can. Yeah. So with that thinking in mind, you can do anything that character can do in the movie or will do. Yes.
Yeah, I think
the good and the bad.
Yeah, I think basically what would happen is you would live that life. You would have their abilities. You would just
their whole character arc through.
Yeah, you would just be still kind of like yourself. Like, you would just be...
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I just thought you'd embody that character.
Well, I mean, you would be that character. I just think that like you would still kind of be you underneath that, but you would be living their life, as it were. Like, you would, anything that they did in the film, you would have to do. Anything that they had as backstory, that would have happened to you and all that.
I don't know. I think we're overcomplicating this. Just as we are wont to do. But who would you want to be? That's pretty much dumb it down. Who would you want to be in a movie?
All right, so I will go first because apparently Brian is having a little bit of trouble narrowing down.
No, I have multiple.
Narrowing down.
Yes. So go ahead.
Well, the first person I came up with, and this might seem a bit weird, but bear with me. Eddie Valiant.
Oh, Eddie Valiant. I thought you said Freddie Valiant. No. Wait, who's Eddie Valiant?
Eddie Valiant. Eddie Valiant would be Mr. Bob Hoskins in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I think living in that world would be fantastic.
As that character.
Yes. He's the one that... I don't know if I want to go into spoilers for a film that old.
You do know your demise in this film, right?
No, Eddie is fine.
Oh, wait, I'm misremembering the film, yeah.
It is Judge Doom.
Judge Doom, I'm thinking of,
It's Christopher Lloyd, yes.
Yes, okay, absolutely.
No, Eddie Valiant, not only does he save the day, but he also gets the girl in the end. So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. And then you're living in a world in which toons are real. Like, you're not only in this world... But you get Toon World as well. Two things mashed together. I think that would be a fascinating world to live in. And I would be perfectly happy being Eddie Valiant myself. Not sure about you.
About being that character? I don't know. I think, yeah. I gotta go with Roger. For that movie, you gotta be Roger. Come on. That's me. I'm, silly. So
I wonder why he might have picked Roger. What in that film could possibly make Brian want to be
I've always wanted to be a rabbit? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes! Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm glad we cleared that miscommunication. I mean, I've always wanted to date someone named Rabbit? Are we getting closer?
I think that might be.
Are we in the ballpark now?
Yes.
You might be alluding to. Oh, she's a cartoon, Paul. I have some standards. Okay.
You want to be a cartoon, sir?
Yes. Okay, in that world, yes, Roger.
Well, I mean, you would make her laugh. So
who was the voice for? Who did the voice for her?
Was it Hepburn? No, it wasn't Hepburn. It was Kathleen. It was Kathleen someone.
Turner?
Yeah.
Was it really?
I think so. It was uncredited, whoever it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because she didn't want to become known as the person that did the voice of a cartoon character. But, I mean, it was a really popular actress at the time. I see you fiercely scrolling.
Yeah, I believe you're correct. Not credit, because she would be in the top 3 credits.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Why don't you lead on with your first pick, and I will try and do some very quick searching.
Oh, you're okay. The first one, the one I definitely know I want to do, this is also going to be a weird choice. I would like to be the narrator from Fight Club, or Jack, as he's sometimes referred to. I believe that's who he is in the credits, or I think he's the narrator / Jack in the original credits. But yes, one, you get you don't have to be this, but you get a super awesome alter ego. That's Brad Pitt in a red leather jacket.
Sure.
You get to extort your boss for a lot of money and supplies by beating yourself up. You get to cause mass destruction and mayhem in a world that, you kind of resent.
Yes, you do have to shoot yourself in the face.
Wait, did you not think I was getting to that? You get a girlfriend who's a little nutty, but I like a little nutty.
A little
nutty. But clearly I'm the crazier of the two in that relationship. I mean, you watch that film from Marlo's perspective, and she's a damn saint for putting up with his behavior. You're like, oh yeah, let's sleep together, and then I'm going to kick you out because I don't think I'm the one that slept with you.
That is one of the interesting things about that film. The very first time you watch it, she seems like a totally insane character. The second time you watch it, you realize she's actually the most sane character.
Well, also slightly insane for putting up with his bullshit for the whole movie. Calls I want you to go now. I want you to go. Tyler's not here. He said that. What are you thinking when he says the words, Tyler's not here? I'm saying I'm not here.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm kind of in love with a insane person, a psychopath. And yes, the drawbacks being I do have to shoot myself in the neck. Let's say lower head, upper neck region to kill my cool Brad Pitt self.
I guess technically it merges, as it were. He comes to terms with it. So. Spoilers for Fight Club, by the way.
You've only had, 20 years, or 17, was it 1998? Or
99, possibly.
98, I don't know.
No, it was 99. I actually had an argument with someone recently about the fact that it's not a 90s film.
Okay, filmed in 98, released in 99.
Yeah.
I will throw myself that way.
All right, there we go. We are both right.
Yes, in our one... In Paul's slightly more, right? But
and while we're getting into this, Kathleen Turner was the voice of...
That's okay.
Jessica.
Who would thought? All right. So, yes, the slight drawback of shooting myself and then probably dying of blood loss 9 seconds after the credits roll. But for the time being, I'm holding hands with my girl, watching everyone's credit get reduced to 0.
Yeah.
So we're going to live, if I live, in this kind of everyone's reset. No one's better than anybody. I know this sounds like some commie bullshit. Don't go killing me, crazy people, but I kind of like that idea of getting rid of the hierarchy.
Although I will say that I doubt that his organization was big enough to be able to do that worldwide, and it did seem like all that happened was he demolished 4 buildings in one city.
But that city in Delaware is where the whole country's credit is stored. That's pretty much true. So
all right,
I don't know, but I'm sure those files are backed up elsewhere. You would think
they've set back the economy, not necessarily anything else.
But you also get to cause this huge bullshit piece of modern art to destroy what is essentially a Starbucks for the film. They couldn't say Starbucks, but because they'd get sued. But I kind of like that idea because I'm not a Starbucks guy. And Meatloaf dies. That's kind of sad. It's always sad when a Meatloaf dies.
Yeah.
Especially the
Poor
Meatloaf.
Robert Paulson.
Yes, in death we all have a name, and it is Robert Paulson. So that kind of sucks. I don't know. You get to kind of lead an army, You get your army of guys.
Yeah.
You get to get your aggression out by fighting Jared Leto and just destroying something beautiful. Yeah, I just think he would be a fun person to be, as insane as that is.
I can see the logic. I'm not sure I would agree myself. But that's me.
I'm presuming he lives.
Yes.
At the end.
Yeah, he doesn't die of blood loss 30 seconds after the...
It's very well good, yeah, but from how it stands, Marla's a cool chick, and yeah.
Right.
Gotta make some repairs on the house, but
just a few.
Just a few. But yeah, it has a house, so that's something.
Oh, there you go.
So what's your second one?
Alright, my second one. I'm going to say the name of the character, and not only you, I want to know if any person listening to this...
This is more enjoyable if people can identify.
Oh, no, yeah. Okay. I will give out who it is. I want to know if anyone figured out who this is before I say what film it's from. It's a guy called Gabriel Shear. Does the name ring a bell at all to you? I'm not sure if you've seen the film, so that might be a matter. It is John Travolta's character from Swordfish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Now, this is a guy a career criminal, basically. Like, very well off. Very good at organising all of this stuff. And it will be spoilers for the film, even at the end when you're fairly certain he's dead, he clearly isn't. Like, he got away with it at the end as well. So this is a guy who will continue living very comfortably for the rest of his life, and will continue doing basically anything he wants. And I think that no matter who you are, being given the opportunity to be able to do whatever you want for the rest of your life and live comfortably is something that you would just want to do.
That seems like that could be a lot of characters in films, though. What particularly about this character? Because I've seen endings before where, everything's hunky-dory, and you get to live in exile or on an island or wherever. So what about this character? For me, it's just how smart this guy is. Like, he's always trying to think at least 2 steps ahead, and he's always very good at that. And it's his charisma and just his confidence in himself, the way he portrays himself is like, this is a guy who's just having fun. Like, the scene where he is getting Hugh Jackman's character on board, like trying to test him to see if he's the guy that would be the guy he needs. He gets the guy to come in, sit down, he gives him a computer, and then at gunpoint forces him to do it while having someone go down on This is where I might, say, maybe this is what you're alluding to. This is somewhat, or maybe you meant the other character, somewhat, I think, superhero powers that he possesses, because he can type faster than I would contend than any known processor can keep up. There would be smoke coming from that computer in 4 seconds.
Well, that is, yes, the Hugh Jackman character, yes, that's true. But
you meant John Travolta. Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm character flopping.
I'm John Travolta here, and the best thing about it is like he gives him a minute to do it, I think, or whatever it is, and then. At the time, like, he's saying, like, you will be shot in the head if you do not complete this in this amount of time. And then that time finishes, and then the headman pulls the trigger, and it's just click. Like, he's having so much fun with this. It's like, I was never going to kill you, I just wanted to see if he could do this. And he got so much pleasure out of that. And then the guy ends up like, well, that's the guy. He just does that. Like, it's the fact that he is...
Interesting, we both chose, like, bad guys, essentially.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's...
Very interesting insight.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things of, like, he is, based on your standard definition, yes, he is the bad guy of the film. Mm-hmm. But he's also incredibly likable, really smart, and one of those few people I think that, based on bad guys in film, one of the few people I think who could, for the rest of his life, be never in jail, be free, and be able to get away with it.
Downside, you look exactly like John Travolta.
True, but...
He was a crazy Scientologist.
True, but only for the length of this film, because it is heavily implied that he changes his face.
Oh, he's
after
getting
his
Nick
job.
Cage's face.
Exactly, because in the film you see a dead guy with John Travolta's face on, and
I don't remember enough.
It's heavily implied at the end of the film that that's the body that was put into the helicopter that got blown up, and he's clearly alive at the end of the film. So I think after every big job, he changes his face. So I wouldn't look like John Travolta for long. So there we go.
Yes, because aren't you John Travolta? No, yeah. No, I'm not. Okay, yeah, that would be confusing.
All right.
And sorry, I mixed up the characters.
No,
I just thought you chose Hugh Jackman, knowing how you feel.
No, I would not be Hugh Jackman. No,
why not?
In that film, too much bad stuff happens to him. No.
Too much bad stuff?
Yeah.
Well, you got to take a little of the bad.
I'd rather get away with as much good as I can.
Well, fine. I want to be Batman. He's technically not a superhero.
No, he's just rich and has a lot of money. So,
Exactly.
Like Iron Man,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. No.
All right, so what is your second one then?
My second one is long pause. As I make a game time decision between two characters.
We got the countdown clock going in the background.
We'll go with, although things don't go well, I would like to be Dr. Schultz from Django. Unchained.
Okay.
Well,
at the very least, you will have had a long life before that point.
Exactly. I got to, I was a doctor in a time where that was a very prestige. Not many doctors around, even though it's a doctor of dentistry. Still a doctor.
And you get to look like Dr. Schultz, like a rather nice-looking man.
Yeah. I mean, that guy that looks like Christoph Waltz, if we're living in the movie world, not a bad way to look.
Exactly.
For 2 years before the Civil War happened, a very forward thinker, very progressive, sadly ahead of his time as far as equality goes.
Yeah, very much.
And his disdain for people who do not share that opinion.
Yeah. And of course, you go out basically fighting for your own rights. Like you are fighting for your beliefs in the way you go out.
And you're just a sharpshooter. You're an expert with a gun. You have quick wit.
Oh yes, very much so.
Yeah, you're humorous. You're good-hearted. You want to see Django be reunited with his Broomhilda. Yeah, and it costs you your life, but you achieve that.
Yeah, and the coolest introduction in the film as well.
Yes.
So always good.
Well educated, obviously, because the rednecks speak English. Yeah, but who's that stumbling around out there in the dark? Sorry. I love me some Django, but
it's a good film.
Although I did not feel like I needed to die in that film, or he needed to die. I think he could have handled that better.
Well, to be fair, he does seem like the impulsive guy.
Yeah, over a handshake. I mean, that's really sticking to your guns, so to speak. Yeah. But, you get to kill Calvin and then get blown away by a shotgun. But so, it was a quick death, at least.
Well, we assume, right?
Yeah. We don't know. Yeah, I guess we don't see him dead until Django comes back and says Auf Wiedersehen. But, that's. I don't know. I mean,
I would go for that. I think I have no problems with being that guy.
I just love that it's 1859 and he's doing what's right.
Yeah.
For that time.
Always good to be the moral guy, and as we said, he clearly has lived a long and fairly fruitful life.
And for a time when you could just have easily dropped dead at 25. From illness or
in fact,
fighting.
Possibly one of the most out there things in the film is that this guy is still alive at his age.
Exactly, because he's probably in his late 40s or early 50s. Or
I mean, if you think about it, like the whole stereotype of the old prospector. I mean, the old prospector back then would have been 50 years old. I mean, you didn't see any 90-year-olds out.
Yeah, that well, for one, you can survive in this world having your opinions that you do when you live in a world that is closed-minded and racist, and you're able to hold your tongue as well as he can in certain situations.
Yeah.
Because he has a higher goal in mind. It's not worth, he doesn't kill Big Daddy right when he's letting the N-word fly left and right.
No.
Bides his time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought he was a cool choice. I would like to can I give an honorable mention?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Just to Sloth from Goonies.
Okay.
I would love to be Sloth. Not more than Dr. Schultz. But come on. You're super strong. You get to eat ice cream and candy bars. Your family sucks. But that gets separated. Because at the end of the movie, you get to go home with Chunk, who is hilarious, and you can make him do the truffle shuffle whenever you want, and he has awesome stories about throwing up in movie theaters. And so you got the face, but it's not a whole lot worse than what I'm rocking now. So, hey, I'm underplaying it, ladies. Yeah, underplaying that. But, I think that would be a nice life. You're going to cause fear in little girls as you walk down the street. But, you get to eat Rocky Road and Baby Ruths all day. And
just don't go down the street that often. You'll be fine.
I get to wear a Superman shirt and suspenders. And like I said, I can just, move a boulder a huge boulder out of the way, no problem. I get to yell, hey, you guys, and go, flying down a sail with a sword. Come on.
Yeah.
Sloth is pretty awesome.
Alright, okay.
So I just want to give an honorable mention to that. And pad the time of the podcast. Any honorable mentions for you, or would that be it for you?
I haven't really been able to think of many. I was considering...
So no. Okay.
Yeah, I was considering throwing in Nick Frost's character from Hot Fuzz. Just because he's kind of got the life he wants. He's happy where he is. Everything seems to be going fine for him. And he's alright at the end. So, you may notice that most of my characters, they all seem to be fine in the end. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, Gary King wouldn't be a bad one either from The World's End. You kind of get to lead your own Mad Max
very much so, actually.
Band of warriors at the end of things.
I was considering going for that, but then I thought, out of just sheer happiness all the way through, Nick Frost and...
Gary King and the Enablers.
Enablers.
Good name for a band. All right. Let us know if you have any thoughts. Who would you like to be in a film?
Yeah, and also if you have any other ideas for things we could do, we're always willing to take them on.
Yeah, if you have a film for thought.
Yeah.
Send that thought to Film for Thought.
Yes. Which is through Blockbusters.
Via Blockbusters.
Yes, through any of the regular channels.
All right, I think that's going to wrap up this little episode.
Oh, yes, I think so.
I've been Brian.
And I've been Paul.
See you next time.
Bye.